Hi, I'm Mitchell Cole. I play Alec Benson in the film Anchor.
Hi, my name is Paige Irene Bruns.
Hi, my name is Sierra Green, and I play Haley Emerson.
And today we're going to be walking you through a scene from our short film Anchor.
Ouch. You can stay in here with me.
Just to give some backstory on this clip before it starts, Haley is at a party and she sees my character Alec stumbling from behind the shed. I have a scrape on my forehead. I'm cut. She decides to go into the shed where I have a first aid kit to doctor me up and make me better. And this is where we pick up.
Alright. Yeah, it looks a little rough, buddy. Ooh, sorry.
Shit, that burns.
I love how much junk is in the background, but what's even funnier is like that's someone's actual shed.
What'd you say happened to you anyways?
Someone was in the bathroom and I had to piss like a madman.
I'm gonna pause it right here. The piss like a madman. That was, I actually improv that line, and then we did another take, and I didn't say that line, and then the script supervisor was like, "Hey, we really like that piss like a madman line. You need to keep like using that." So okay, so we went back to that.
Stupid branch came out of nowhere. May have had one too many beer.
Yeah, maybe. We should be all set now. Hey, stay out of the woods, though.
Fucking hell.
That lick lip is like the most disgusting sound because of like what it implies, and also the sound is gross, but like, ugh. You did a good job flipping a switch.
The shot design was fairly simple. It was to stay wide in the first portion of this scene and then only cut in when the beat changes, when the mood changes, when Alec decides, oh no, you're not leaving this shed, like I'm not letting you leave this shed. Then we push in. As the tension rises, the closer we get.
Well, I should probably go. Cam's in there and nationals, so.
Ouch. You can stay in here
Alex,
with
what
me.
are you doing? No,
Just
stop,
relax.
Alex. Seriously, let go. Stop! No, Alex. Cam!
Oh wow, it's really graphic. Yeah, shoot, this was really uncomfortable just because of the matter of the topic of the film, what was happening, as well as the temperature. It was April in Bradenton, Florida, which is close to Tampa, and it was really hot. There was no air conditioning in this shed. We're actually shooting this scene. It looks like it's at night, but that's because the sunlight's blocked from the windows. It's actually shot during the daytime, so you can see the sweat on the back of my neck pretty clear. You can see Sierra, who plays Haley, sweating pretty bad as well.
I kid you not, it was probably 90 degrees without the lights and 5-6 people crammed in this little shed. So, I mean, with all of us in there all day, it was probably like upwards of getting close to 100 degrees. It was so hot.
I just remember it was like a super small amount of people, but still it was just unbearably hot. Like we would try to have like a fan on like in between takes, but it was like, you know, a box fan in this shed that had to have been like 90 degrees. It was so hot.
Stop, Alex! No!
Haley?
Okay, another thing is we shot this entire scene handheld because I really wanted to kind of have some sort of uneasy, unsmooth motion to add to the intensity and uncomfortableness of the film, of the scene. So the whole thing was shot handheld.
No. Alex! Please, stop.
Okay, so the very last part of that clip, Sierra's hands, like I grab them and throw them, and you got to keep in mind we're doing these takes multiple times, so I'm throwing her hands multiple times, and at first I was trying to be really, really gentle with Sierra and just, you know, and she's like, hey, like you don't have to be so gentle, like we're trying to do this for real, so just, you know, do whatever. So I'm okay, I'm still being gentle, and she's finally like, hey, look, like just, you're not gonna hurt me, just fucking do it.
I was like really intent on like this has to be it. We couldn't fake it, and so I that was a conversation that, you know, I had with Mitchell as an actress. I was like, dude, you just gotta go for it. And he kind of like, it took several takes of him like progressively getting more aggressive. Which that was how it was for both of us. Like, we were playing it safe more to the beginning. That's kind of why, like, you know, early takes are important, but it's why the meat of it is usually in the later takes. And so eventually we were just going ham. Like, eventually it was a struggle.
So I'm kind of like throwing her into the shed, and granted that was just metal. There's nothing behind there, so it's kind of flexible. But after doing that repeatedly, I guess she sent me a picture after we wrapped, and she had bruises on her wrist, and it's like, yo, we put our hearts into it, and I was like, yes, we put it all on the line.
Actually, like, I don't know if there's a picture of it somewhere, but I remember sending Paige like a picture. I had bruises everywhere, like because you see here in the shot, you know, my forearm is kind of more against the post. So I had bruises all here. I had actual bruises here, like fingerprint bruises. And then I had bruises all over my back, like my back and my sides, because of, you know, the slamming action. And like, I sent it, which, you know, in hindsight, like, I hope I didn't like, you know, I didn't want to traumatize anybody by like sending that. I thought it was awesome. I was like, dude, check it out. Like, look.
I remember like apologizing profusely, and she was like, no, like, I'm actually so proud because it means that we gave it our all. We were all in. And that made her proud. And so I was like, okay, well, I'm really glad that you feel that way, because I think what we got was probably really amazing, and I think that it's going to come together well. So I was upset that she got hurt, but I was really proud that we had all put everything we had into the scene.
Please stop.
This scene was incredibly hard to shoot, just in general. I mean, it was the hardest scene to shoot. And a lot of that had to do with, so, you know, Paige believed very strongly that it should be a hard scene to watch, so therefore it would be a hard scene to shoot. I had taken this project mostly because I had personally gone through a sexual assault, and mine had been, it wasn't even like a year since my assault, and so I was still in a really vulnerable state. I think at the time I didn't realize how much of a vulnerable state I was in when I agreed to do the project. For me, it was like a sort of sense of closure in a way.
Yeah, like I said, not an easy scene to film. Really hot, really uncomfortable because of the subject, but a little bit of insight.
So that is the scene breakdown for the assault scene between myself, Sierra Green, and Mitchell Cole as Alec Benson in Anchor. So
Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you enjoyed learning a little bit about how we shot the scene.